Welcome back, everybody. Smokestrider here. We're back with another episode of Vampyr. We're going to be doing a bunch of those investigations that we got started up. We're going to be starting with the one down in Southwark. Let's go actually track that. Ghoul Diggers, there we go. So Edwina wants us to come over here and rough some people up, because they've been not, I guess, paying their dues to her. Which, I don't necessarily really agree with roughing them out, but it's XP, so I'll do it. So these have opened up, I guess, because they used to be locked and closed. I wonder if they're all open now, or just a few of them to make getting back here faster an easier thing. But yeah, last episode we met just about everybody except for like 3 or 4 people from the docks. I think most of them will probably show up later on if we can find a way to keep Sean around without destroying the district. Let's go for this guy first. He'll just be an annoyance if we let him live.
Fuck, he's dead!
I've also been noticing there's quite a lot of like locked containers and a lot of locations that are related to where particular characters either are supposed to live or hang out. I think to open those, we'd have to like embrace the person that lives there or whatever to get their key. So I do think we'll be missing out on probably a few unique bits of loot or lore items and stuff like that, but that's alright, because I honestly wouldn't mind doing like a second playthrough. That would be much shorter as like a vampire that kills everybody. Wouldn't mind doing that. It actually kind of sounds pretty fun. We'd be certainly way more powerful. Probably the like one place I tried to keep around for the most time would be the Pembroke, just because it's kind of our main base, and I like the people there. So that's locked. Oh, there's a hideout over here. Let's check out if there's anything cool in here. Okay, open that. This is for refill. Refilled. This is crafting desk. Anything we can do? We should check out our stuff. Let's make another cold, another fatigue, another anemia. We have plenty of ferrous tartrate, plenty of sodium. Missing out on quite a bit of codeine, clove, and potassium. Ergotamine, we're missing a bit, but we don't really need to make any more of these, not right now. Can we do any upgrades? We need good handle for that, and good handle for that. So we can't really upgrade our weapons anymore currently until we get some more.
Watch out!
Oh, whatever. Just let me be.
It's locked.
Okay, that door's locked. That safe is locked, but I have a feeling we'll probably be able to get a key relatively soon.
Kill it! He's dead!
So why don't you have fire arrows, mister? Don't you know those are way more effective against vampires? Or did they not teach you that in hunting school? So this is back where we originally started the game. It's kind of interesting to be back here. Okay, we unlocked this door. I want to see if we can go in. We can. And is there any... Okay, this door has now been unlocked. Cool. So there was good reason to come back in here. We can unlock those doors. Is there anything here? She's still missing. He's still here. It's still soaked in my blood. Nothing interesting here. Alright. I was thinking maybe if I reinvestigated, I might have found the key if I was lucky. Alright. Let's check back over here.
Best be on your way home. Easy, done. Cross the filthy fucking bird!
I'ma eat you. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Food. Yummy yummy. Alright. We want to check out down there real quick, I think. I think this is somewhere where there might be stuff. Maybe a few things of interest, maybe not, who knows. Can't break through that. So this is like a dry dock area for the ships. They keep those gates closed to let the ships sink down so that they can work on them, or they'll flood it so that the ships will be lifted up by the water. The heck's all the way down here? Oh. Okay, I see now. Oh, there's a sewer. Good thing we came down here, because maybe there's something of... No. Nothing of real interest. Just a little hideout where I guess people were living. This way. Next. Okay, can't go through that. Now where? Okay, so I'm going the wrong direction to be heading towards the investigation. Investigation's back this way, but it looked like the path was blocked. Well, that part is, certainly. We have to get back up. Oh, that's right, there was a jump point or whatever at the edge of this, I think. Yeah, there we go. Dead
This
bodies
place.
that I can loot.
Rain may have washed away the blood, but not the memory. My poor Mary.
So where are these grave diggers? Mass grave full of bodies. Not cool.
This is my watch.
Hey, my watch.
Damn grave robbers.
Warning note. Hello boys, about your last message concerning your mission to loot corpses in Southwark. I'll only say it once. Deal with it, and be glad I don't report your protest to Edwina. She might go there herself to cut your balls off. Little Bird also told me you made a few jokes about what I saw by the pier. So now, I'm just a loony scared by his own shadow? Or a nutcase who mumbles and trembles like an old woman about ghost stories? Good. I like it when my boys are happy. Be assured that Nutcase will come to piss on your bloody carcasses after the effing monster I saw has sucked your brains out. Enjoy the following nights, fellows. I heard that they will be foggy and rainy. Booth Digby. So they're dead. Got killed by something. Wasn't me. For once. Oh, you can still see where all the blood was. Alright. So that's this area handled. Let's head up these stairs and go where the other pre-win guards were. Go through that area. See if we can find any more collectible loot, things of interest, stuff like that. Alright. So here's where he is.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them!
Ow. Oh! Damn, that hurt. Ow.
I'll put an end to you!
Freeman shall prevail. Easy does it, boys.
Ow.
We'll crush this beast.
You! Get away!
Damn. Leave me alone.
Away with you! Oh no!
Okay, so he has to actually aim it at me. So that's helpful. So I can, like, dodge around them. Alright, let's check out in here. I mean, now that I can do that, like, dash thing that well, the teleporty jump thing. Couldn't do that before, so maybe there's some places around here that I can now reach that I wouldn't have been able to before, since I didn't have that skill or whatever.
A leech! A leech!
A leech, a leech, a leech.
There's one of them vermin! Take a breath of this!
Alright. Bite you. And a slap. And a slap. Alright.
It's locked, all right.
Door's locked there.
I cannot enter.
That door's locked. Quite a few locked doors, to be honest. No idea where I'll get the key. If I'll get the key. Because there are, of course, plenty of other locked stuff that I'll never be able to open unless I eat people.
That leech is false! Bastard!
Clear it. Oh, that was brutal. He kinda exploded into goo again. Oh. Bless me. I sneezed again. You know, I've been doing that a lot this month. Sneezing. And I don't have any allergies. So, I'd really like to know. Oh, key. Maybe this is the key that is for these doors? Let's go ahead and check real quick. That one at least. Let's see if it unlocks this office or something. Yep, it does. I need to eat, buddy. Sorry. Taste the blood. More blood for the blood gods. More skulls for the skull throne. Laughing at the guard. New collectible. Yeah, this is an office of some kind, that's for sure. Nothing over here. Alright, so we're done in this area, I think. Done with this investigation, so all we have to do is just return. Let's track. That one we can do easily when we get there. Let's do that one next. We need to go down. Nom 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 nom. Yummy food. Alright. Okay. The way should be clear all the way to the exit. Grab a few more lootables in here. Make our way back across the bridge. I wouldn't mind like a fast travel mechanic, it would be cool. Because there is like so much ground to cover. I guess when you can do this, it's not too bad. This just looks so dumb. It's like I'm gliding on the floor. Got a hoverboard. Back in 1918. Ma, look at me, I'm so fast. Alright. So it's not giving us any actual location. So I just guess we'll just look around. There is a patch of blood here. Grab this lootable.
This is a slaughterhouse.
Oh. Not cool.
It's locked, all right.
That's locked. From Seymour to...
From Seymour to my beloved mother Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
So... Fishburne's a murderer. He's gonna kill everybody. So I guess we'll quickly talk to him about
Good
it.
evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Anything here? No.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
As a man of science, I'd like to try to understand why you killed those people.
Why does there need to be a reason? They were just there. It happened. That's all.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times. That's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel
No empathy.
nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum. I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne.
Alright, so let's go talk to his mom, I think, real quick as well. Because we got quite a few hints about her.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries people most.
It's locked.
What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I'm convinced you raised Seymour the best you could. You're not responsible for what he became.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child, and he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. that there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
I'm afraid these demons, as he calls them, are just a delusional justification to distance himself from his actions.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
At least not in this day and age, there's nothing that could be done.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
I can understand her position. And most likely, he's mentally ill. And unfortunately, this day and age, there isn't a lot in the way of mental reprieve. It was often greatly misunderstood and shunned.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
For
Hello
even
again,
the
Dr.
slightest
Reed. What do you want?
issue.
I managed to reach the mass grave in Southwark. It was not pleasant.
Spare me the details, Dr. Reed. All I want to know is what happened to those bastards who owed me money.
I'm afraid those bastards, as you call them, are in the mass grave.
Dead? Shit. That money would have been useful. Well, I'll tell my boys to avoid the place if it's that dangerous.
Yes. Everybody should avoid that place until further notice.
Okay then, Doctor. It looks like you deserve your reward after all. The Wet Boot Boys thank you for your help.
Tell me your feelings about Booth's belief in monsters, Edwina.
It makes him look weak in front of the boys, that's my feeling about it. But ghosts don't scare me.
You don't believe he really saw something, then?
I don't care what he saw or not. All I know is that a real man keeps his fears to himself if he wants to be obeyed.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's go talk to him about that.
You again? What?
I know you believe monsters are real, Booth.
They
Holy
are.
crap, I'm
I
so
know, I saw
tall
one, but no
compared to
one
him.
believes me.
Tell me what you saw.
It was a few years ago. Clay Cox was still the boss then. He'd sent me to the shipyard to find out who was stealing tools and ropes at night.
Go on.
First, I thought it was an old lady with a limp. It looked frail and crooked. Then I saw it grab a bloody beam and lift it like it was a stick. I shouted. It looked straight at me.
Do you know what it was?
It was all eyes and long teeth, but I couldn't see its face. I shot at it when it moved towards me and I hit it. And then it jumped and vanished in the shadows.
You could have imagined all that. These docks can be so gloomy at night. With the fog and the wind and the boats creaking.
No, Doctor. That night I saw the fucking sewer dog for real. It's not a beast like the stories say. It's the ghost of an old woman. Bullets can't stop it. But no one believes me.
Are your friends mocking you?
Well,
Even
I killed the
Edwina told
sewer
me once
beast
to
a
never
while ago.
speak about it, but I know what I saw. And it wasn't human. Not human at all.
Alright, so
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
let's go check the menu. Let's do that. Find the papers. Oh, jeez. papers are all the way over there, so let's actually first do this one. This is also one that's all the way over there. Okay, so that's where some more of the
Pleasure, sir.
people are.
Been a while.
So I guess let's head over there then. There's more residents over in this area, I guess. Just be careful not to stray too far. Oh, Jesus, that startled me. Knew I was in combat, but I did not think you followed me. He is so angry. Oh, thanks, friend. You're gonna fight me. And there's this guy here. Really? You have more important enemies, like, right next to you. Oh, thank God. Thank you for shooting him. He's teleporting. I do not like this. Oh, thank you for shooting him. Thank you. This will give me the chance I need. Just slap him 2 more times. Slap! I win! How do I... Oh, there's a ramp. I was about to say, how the heck do I get back up to? What? One slap and you're dead? You pansy. I will not lie. I nearly jumped out of my skin when that thing came from behind. It was like, hey, how you doing, buddy? I'ma eat you. Alright, so is that everything up here then? This door's been unlocked. Newspaper article. Oh.
Tom has so much alcohol, he could keep this district afloat for quite some time.
Alright, let's go ahead and check out that document we got. It's over here. Newspaper article. Youth arrested for attempted murder. Last night, a young man named Tom Watts was arrested by the police for attempted murder in the renowned restaurant, the Silver Bell, on Percival Street. The suspect was spotted standing in front of the restaurant pointing a gun at customers for about 1 minute without firing. 2 witnesses promptly reported that his behavior. Watts was arrested without incident but refused to give any explanation for his actions, and only gave his name. His gun was loaded, confirmed the policeman who answered our questions. It is likely that Watts will feel the full force of His Majesty's courts for his transgression. The young man shall be jailed for a few years at least. Alright, we also got a few things over here. We've read that one. We've read Fire and Sun. We haven't read this one. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 to read. I think we'll do 2 this episode, and we'll do another 2 in the next. Alright, Laughing at the Guard. For more than a century, the Guard of Prewin has been a dissident faction from the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole. It is important as the divergence of opinion between our 2 fraternities are now well established. To remember what happened and why we shall, alas, consider these former brothers our opponents and adversaries, and mock their law of conduct. Kendall Stone founded the Guard in 1801. He was a former legate of the Brotherhood and long-standing member of the Brotherhood Council. His departure was the result of an irreconcilable dispute within the council when Kendall stated that the Brotherhood had to reconsider its non-violent approach to the study of vampires, and that the eradication of these immortals had to be the ultimate goal of all our researches. Since the terrible schism occurred, relations between the Guard and the Brotherhood have always been difficult. The Guard of Priwen considered the Brotherhood as traitors and allies of their foes, while we call them thieves and zealots for the many ancient and precious books we kept for centuries, which they destroyed or stole when they left. I will constantly recuse any accusation of cowardice, for I know the courage it requires for our brothers to approach and observe hostile immortals. I will never forget the cruel loss of the unique texts and scrolls burnt by Kendall and its followers when they left, and I will never cease to laugh at their stupidity, revealed in their very name, since they chose to call themselves the Guard of Priwen as a reference of King Arthur's shield, thus defining themselves as true defenders of this island, when the true scholar perfectly knows that in the Book of Taliesin, Priwen is only the name of Arthur's boat during his expedition to the mythical territories of Anwulf. What a symbol indeed! From Whispers from Our Past by Usher Taltree, Primate of St. Paul. Alright, and let's look at the Holy Symbols and Orichalcum. If you ever face a vampire, never forget that they fear holy symbols. As long as you have the faith, a cross, a Star of David, an olive branch even, can prove useful to repel these creatures from the pit. But you will not harm them for good. If you really want to hurt them, only one solution exists. Forget about wooden stakes or silver bullets, and find yourself the strongest weapon against vampires. Orichalcum. Do you think it's a coincidence that Orichalcum was common at Atlantis? According to the legend in ancient writings, Atlantis was infested with vampires, and the place is now known as the Santorini Island. I'll personally pay £10,000 to the man who can provide me some real Orichalcum. Clarence Crossley. For more information, please contact me directly. Let's read one more since that one was short. The antique figure of the Vrykolikas. Of my many journeys, I believe I was the most amazed by my exploration of the Mediterranean Isles, and particularly the island of Santorini. Searching for traces of vampire presence in these sunburnt lands, Herodotus himself refers to the island in his 4th book, and I'm personally convinced that there are many mysteries to be unveiled in this part of the world. Who knows that even today the island of Santorini is still considered by some as the most vampire-infested place in the world. Way more than the Carpathians, and that its inhabitants are considered as specialists of the vampire hunt, or the hunt of Vrykolikas, as they call this creature. According to the local myths, the Vrykolikas is a dead person who does not decay and who can show a vermilion complexion as long as he is gorged with fresh blood. He cannot enter a house without knocking and getting a response. Garlic makes him flee. He does not consume under the sun, but his skin blackens. He can change into wolf and other animals. What struck me the most is that the same name exists with small variations from the Mediterranean Sea to the Balkans. The Greeks call him the Vrykolikas. The Bulgarians and the Macedonians name him Varkolka, Varkolik, or Varkoluk. The Serbians call him Vukodlak. Yes, Vukodlak, a name so similar to the Volkoid we already know, my dear brothers. Just to write the few words now gives me the shivers. I'm personally convinced that we are here confronted to some of proto-vampire. Maybe they are a missing link between the modern vampires and the creatures that came before them. If God allows me enough time, I wish one day to go back to the Santorini Island and find the trail of this antique and forgotten figure. From Drinking at the Fountain of Knowledge by Usher Taltree, Primate of St. Paul. Alright, and we'll lead that last one in the next episode after we finish up here. Speaking of which, how am I on time? Alright, just around like 40 minutes. So we got about 20 more minutes to continue our investigating and exploring and feasting upon the evils of this land. And the Priwen Guard, specifically. Alright, what's over here? I need to be careful, though, because there are some very, very powerful guys.
Burn it, boys!
Alright, fight him. Let's get up there. Fight him. Collect. We've got that other guy outside. I think. Is he still here? Oh no, he's on the north docks, not the south. Can we go in here yet? We can. Oh, we could already. Because we've already looted this place. I forgot. Let's do another heal. Oh.
It's locked, all right.
Door's locked. For some reason I have multiple custom markers, which I don't mean to be putting down. I think every time I alt-tab to check the time that it does that, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, let's head over here. Head this way. There's blood trail.
Disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think?
Seems like the guard of Freeman is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Oh, this is Sean Hampton's trail? Jimmy the Spark Barlow. I'm gonna deal with your friend real quick, because he's a little bit annoying.
I hear leeches.
Alright. Blood for the blood girls. Alright, he's at half HP. Good. Feed off of him.
Want some of this? Die, Fanny! Die! Crush the leech, boys!
Alright, there we go. He's down. Common pistol parabellum. Ow. I'ma eat you. Nom 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 nom. Alright. Alright, so I guess this is Sean Hampton's trail, I guess. Didn't intend to find it.
The wounds on this corpse are deep, the result of rabid rage. If this is Sean's doing, he's become a murderous beast.
Some watch and some common trigger part. Bullets. Is there a way up? Ah, it's on the dock above. That's the way up. Have a nice trip. See you next fall. Wish I could do like a Sparta kick. Be hilarious. There we go. Because I don't want to quite follow Sean's trail yet. I want to save that for next episode, since we're so close to being out of time. We only got like 20 minutes, so I want to spend as much time as I can meeting more people and finishing up investigations and stuff. Alright, some shillings. Some loot. Hello, friend.
Best run along.
So we're like right next to them.
I'd head back if I were you, sir. This one's
I'm doing your job for you, leave me alone.
We cannot be defeated. God walks with me.
He exploded. Itty little bitty pieces. That is what he is now. Lower Thames Bank. Stable. This door has been unlocked. Night shelters vicinity. So I'm guessing that's meaning the asylum. Which is where he works, so... Alright. So over here. More loot. Loot for days. Alright, so there's at least 2 people here. An unknown man and Enid.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir?
Yeah. I am certain I'm not lost, sir. Sir. Oh, what a lovely find. A lot of nasty stuff. More dead people. Dead people everywhere. Oh, now things are lootable? Alright. Let's loot all this. Let's go head down and meet these 2 people. Well, I say, young gentlemen, who are ye?
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Your life in Lundy. You're no real businessman.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but She has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
Ooh. Could have
How interesting.
dementia.
I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack! Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. I heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Goodbye.
Are you certain you're not lost there? You seem quite
All
a
right,
stranger to these
let's
parts.
talk with Enid.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
This is heartbreaking. Why are you talking to me? I'm in this woman's house, leave me alone. Oh, jeez.
It's locked, all right.
I mean, it's really weird that I've been sneezing so much. I mean, I have no allergies, like I've said before, but also, there's nothing that should be making me sneeze like a bunch of pollen or anything. It's still the dead of winter, so, especially where I live, there's a very narrow window for allergens and other stuff. Alright, unfinished letter. Rodney, I just heard what happened tonight. I ran to your house, but you were already gone, so now I'm writing this note. Is it true you killed him? I can't believe it. Why? What happened? I really need to talk to you now. Please find a way to contact me when you receive this message. Since I know you can be very cautious, and to prove to you this is not a trap, let's use a code when we meet. I'll whistle my name, Jack, in Morse code, and you'll whistle yours, okay? This way, you'll know it's really me. For now, it's a good thing you're hiding. The wet boot boys are all over the neighborhood claiming they will punish the man who murdered one of them. I'm sure we could make an arrangement to settle things once the heat dies down.
I know I've got something that'll strike.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I recall the day I offered Jack this watch. Oh, it was such a beautiful day. Thank you, sir.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past. Promise me you'll not lose it.
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack. Why don't you take this? Dr. Tippett's? Please, for your charity.
Your life in London, about the neighborhood.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Is anyone taking care
Is
of you?
anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. Well, I would never say that to him, of course.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippett.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all.
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
I can't tell her that Jack is dead. That would just make things worse for her.
Jack takes good care of you, Miss Gillingham.
He does indeed. My Jack is the best son a mother could ask for.
Alright.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Oh, she has a headache.
So,
Do you require...
I'm glad you asked, Dr. Tippett. I must confess I haven't felt that well of late.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Alright. So that's her handled. We also have the... Oh, there's a man hiding in the sewers. There's also posters right over here that we can do. Anti-vampire posters. I'll go ahead and post them, I guess. Actually,
Please, sir.
you know what? No. He's gonna get himself killed. I'm gonna burn them. Because if somebody sees these, they will... They could call on him to help and he's gonna get himself killed or something.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that.
Show me what you have to offer, then.
Okay, let's get that. Let's get both of these. I don't think we need any of those.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite strange.
Alright, we'll check out these real quick. The music box. My dear Jack, I write this letter as long as I have the strength and will. Not that I have something to hide or to fear, except perhaps to forget what I want to tell you. I always knew you would become someone important, someone good and nice. I knew it since you were a child, when you preferred to read books rather than go to play outside. I knew it when you helped me carry groceries before you went to school and cleaned the house after you came back. I'm proud of you, my son, not only because I am your mother, but also because you deal so well with everything around you. I'm sorry I've recently become such a burden to you. Never forget I love you. I hope you never forget you love me.
Get to these parts.
Oh, that makes my heart hurt. This is such a... Dementia is such a sad disease. And she either has that or some other memory affecting disease like Alzheimer's or something like that. And those are just so painful to bear. Especially for the loved ones who deal with the one who is sick. And it's also really difficult for the person who's going through it as well. I mean, to not be able to remember such important things. I just pray I never have to go through that with any of my family.
This is despicable.
I would hate for myself to fall victim to that, or for any of my family to go through that. But I think that's about it for this episode. We've investigated quite a bit. At this point, I'd say our next mission is to go get Shane, figure out where he's at. So, where does the map say? Alright. Well, either way, as always, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, give it a like and comment any of your suggestions. They are always appreciated. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. That's going to be it for this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.